Just when I personally thought things couldn't get worse on the Jack Eichel front, with all the speculation and the rumors going about from NHL insiders as to trade potentials and all that stuff, we had ourselves yesterday a Jack Eichel interview done. And this one was probably one of the more intense kind of interviews we have had as NHL fans in a long time. Long story short, this Eichel interview, which is indeed available if you go ahead and search for it online, goes over a whole bunch of Eichel's own personal opinions about the way the Sabres have handled his entire injury and all that, and how exactly the rumors have gone about. And, oh man, things have gotten really ugly in terms of the face value product that we have here for a relationship between Jack Eichel and the Buffalo Sabres. What is up, viewer? The Montreal Arcs back here. Today we're talking about the 2015 second overall pick, Jack Eichel, a franchise superstar hockey player in the National Hockey League, a young guy who's got a pretty good contract locked up at $10 million until 2026. Despite being a young guy, despite not being in the NHL for too long, he is one of the better players in this entire league. You already know my thoughts if you've seen the previous videos on Jack Eichel. I would argue that if he plays to the ability that we know he can, and he plays on a good team, this guy could be a legit Hall of Famer. Connor McDavid is a guaranteed already Hall of Famer. We know that for sure. He was taken first overall in front of Eichel. Eichel could be in that territory if he continues down this path, but Eichel's in a spot where, after ending off his season a few months ago, capping the entire 2021 year at 21 games played and 18 points, he had himself an interview going on with the media talking about his status. Without any further ado, let's go over to Elliot Friedman's Twitter account, because I wanted to open up this video by talking about this quote. Jack Eichel admits he's upset about the way things have been handled since his injury. He says there's been a bit of a disconnect between him and the Sabres. Eichel would not discuss if he has asked for a trade, but he has said that he accepted that he didn't play as well as he wanted to, and he added that he has a lot of thinking to do. And you know what? Just, if you watch the video yourself, obviously I can't play it because that's copyrighted material, you could see the hesitation and the uncertainty within his voice and his overall facial expressions when he says that in the interview, that he has a lot of thinking to do, etc., this and that. He says, I have a lot of thinking to do in the off-season. I think there's a lot I have to consider, but for now, obviously, I'm here. There also was another big thing that happened because Jack Eichel revealed he actually did get an injury earlier on in the year that the Sabres would not let him have surgery for. His body, his choice? Well, he said, it doesn't work like that. I wish. I'm under contract with the Sabres, and they do definitely hold a lot of cards on what I can and cannot do. For a little bit of an extended look, let's go over onto Greg Wyshynski's Twitter account, because he posted some of the quotes in full, and I think a lot of these just kind of go deep into the mind of Jack Eichel as to his overall psyche towards the situation. I have been upset about the ways things have been handled since I have been hurt. There's been a bit of a disconnect between myself and the team. The most important thing now is to get healthy and be ready to play hockey next year, wherever that might be. Okay, Jack Eichel, I see where you're going here. Wherever that might be. We're not talking about home games or away games here. We're talking about teams, are we? Going over to another quote here from Jack Eichel. He says that my number one interest is Jack Eichel. You know what I mean? You gotta look after yourself. You gotta look after what's best for yourself. The organization has a similar job to do, which is to look out for what's best for the Sabres. It's tough. Things haven't been, I guess, really black and white. We're all trying to education ourselves in this situation, I should say educate, and what would be best moving forward. There's been some tough conversations, but I have to do what's best for me. I'm only going to play hockey for so long. I'm 24 years old. Hopefully I have many years in this amazing game left, but I have to take care of myself. It's been tough at times, but I'll come out on the other this. What in the world does that mean? I'll come out on the other this. Something weird, I don't know what that means, but Jack Eichel is going out there with the same perspective on Jack Eichel that we've kind of known the past few years. That yes, Jack Eichel is a team guy, we know that, he's the captain for a reason, but he cares a lot about his own success. Jack Eichel was the guy getting out there talking about how he's super frustrated that his team hasn't made the playoffs. He's the guy saying that he wants to win the cup every year because he's just that competitive of a guy. We've known this about Eichel ever since he was drafted 6 years ago now. So, reaffirming those beliefs that he is out there saying, look, I need to do what's best for me, and if you're taking a look at the Sabres, hey, they have to do the same thing as well. So wherever I may play, I gotta do what I gotta do to make sure that I'm treating myself the right way. And you know what? It just screams so much more that Jack Eichel probably has played his last game as a Buffalo Sabre just from the undertones of these quotes over here. I need to get healthy and be ready to play hockey wherever that might be. Buffalo fans, I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like you're gonna keep Jack Eichel. It's kind of whack, but it is what it is. And furthermore, we have ourselves even more discussion from other Buffalo Sabres products as to whether or not they're going to get traded. Here's a quote from Rasmus Ristolainen. Yeah, this guy's been in the trade market for years now. He's 26 years old, a 6'4" right-handed defenseman, a top pick in 2013. This season, Rasmus Ristolainen was still not fully healthy the entire way. We all know that he had the big scare with the infection, but he wrapped up his 2020-2021 with 18 points in 49 games played. He said this to the media, which kind of opens up the discussion of him getting traded too. I'm open for all ideas. Right now, it's hard. Obviously, the season just ended, so yeah, I'm frustrated and I'm pissed and it sucks. So I told our GM that I'm open for all the scenarios. Staying, or if he trades me, I'm fine with that too. We have to get to the playoffs next year. For me, it's either going to be here or hopefully somewhere else. Oh my gosh, Rasmus Ristolainen's out here too, and I'm not going to pretend that Jack Eichel and Rasmus Ristolainen are of equal footing in the Sabres organization or in hockey as a whole. Jack Eichel certainly has a lot more value there, but this is another guy who has been on the Sabres since 2013-14, and as I believe it was Jack Edwards who said on a Buffalo-Boston broadcast a few weeks ago, Rasmus Ristolainen leads the league in disappointment because this guy has just been losing so much on a Buffalo Sabres team that hasn't gotten any better much longer before Eichel was even on the team. So here you have your captain going out here, bringing up all the underlying details that pretty much indicate that, yeah, he doesn't know if he's going to play in Buffalo ever again, saying that he needs to get healthy and start playing wherever that may be. You have this guy coming out here, and you have Rasmus Ristolainen saying pretty much the same thing, but being a lot more direct with it, saying, yeah, I told the GM you can trade me. Go ahead, do it. I'm fine with that. It's all kind of coming together here for the Buffalo Sabres, and sure, you guys do have some good to cheer about. I love Dylan Cousins. He's a great player. Can't wait to see if Casey Middlestad can rebound and become the star that he was supposed to be. Sam Reinhart had a pretty good year this year, to be honest. All things considered, he honestly was fine. But for Ristolainen and Eichel, oh boy, things are really starting to come into the end game, I think. Somebody cue up that song, Portals, from when they open up the portals in Endgame. And yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then please go ahead and watch that movie. But if you're a Sabres fan, let me know in the comments what exactly it is that you personally feel towards this situation. I haven't said my piece on anything regarding why this is or anything regarding the management. I've just been relaying the quotes and giving my opinions about these quotes. Let me know in the comments what you think about the context behind these situations and why we're even in this, because I know Sabres fans have a lot to say when it comes to their own hockey team and why we're even talking about Jack Eichel being traded. It doesn't really have much to do with Eichel and being bad or being lazy or whatever, but at the end of the day, this guy's your captain, this guy was one of your best players, this guy is a point-producing machine, and now it looks like he wants out. So, let me know in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls99. Talk to me in the comments, not just about Eichel, but about Ristolainen too. I know he's not really as significant of a name compared to Jack Eichel in terms of the NHL status, but he still is a guy in this conversation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls99. And bye.